welcome to Southside Young Time for Kids. Great to see you again. Isn't it good to see them all?
Yes.
Yeah, we missed you. Well, we better say our prayer, should we?
You can.
Ready? Oh, you can too. Come on. Show everyone how that you do it. Ready? Come on. You too. Celia's going to do it, but you've got to do it too. Come on. Ready? From the top of my head to the tips of my toes. From the lobes of my ears to the end of my nose. From my back to my front to my wiggly fingers. God loves me. Yay!
It would have to be wiggly flippers for Celia.
It would have to be wiggly flippers for Celia. That's right. Let's sing about our great big God. Let's sing.
And he's not this big. He's bigger than this house. He's bigger than the whole wide world. He's bigger than the Milky Way. He's bigger than a jar of milk.
He is. Well, let's sing. Ready? Let's go. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands. He's higher than a skyscraper, and He's deeper than a submarine. He's wider than the universe, and beyond our wildest dreams. And He's known me, and He's loved me since before the world began. How wonderful, dear part of God's amazing plan. Ready? Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. He holds us in His hands. He's higher than a skyscraper, and He's deeper than a submarine. He's wider than the universe, and beyond my wildest dreams. And He's known me, and He's loved me since before the world began. How wonderful to be a part of God's amazing plan. Ready? Let's go. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands. Last time, everyone. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands. 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 Excellent. That was good singing. Okay, I want you to imagine, Ollie, that you are in a classroom. And a teacher's in front, and they're trying to teach the lesson. But nobody's paying attention.
Hey, I always pay attention in my lessons.
Yes, but everyone else. So some students are talking to each other, and some are jumping up and down in their seats, and some are running to the bathroom every 5 minutes.
That actually happens, but it's every
Okay.
3 minutes at my old school.
Do you think that would be a good place for learning?
No, I hate my school.
Yeah.
I actually sometimes feel like sticking a stick of dynamite in the office, then blowing it up.
Okay, so that doesn't sound like a good classroom, does it? What does a classroom need to be like for it to be a good place to learn?
Kind teacher and no kid, and only five child. Only five.
Only
kids.
5 kids? What sort of atmosphere does it need to have?
No, zero gravity.
Zero gravity? So does it need to be loud or quiet?
No noise.
Nice, quiet place.
It has to be as quiet as those silent movies.
So at your school, there are probably rules to try and keep the classroom nice and orderly.
Be
to
safe,
help
be
you learn
responsible,
things.
be respectful.
Excellent. You answered the question before I asked you. What happens when you break the rules?
Well, if you break it once, you get a warning. Another time, another warning. thinking time. Next time buddy class. Next time office. Next time detention.
Okay.
Next time suspension.
So
next time expelled.
So there's some punishments if you break the rules. So it's good to have these rules because learning is important, and you can only learn what the teacher is saying if you can hear and pay attention. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what else is important? Worshipping God. Jesus thought it was very important. But one day, when he came to the temple, Jesus found people selling things and making money, which made it hard for other people to worship. Jesus knew that what they were doing was against the rules, and he decided to stop them. Do you think Jesus ever got mad and angry?
I think he does once in the Bible.
Does once in the Bible? Well, he does, because our story tells us that Jesus went to the temple and he got mad. What do you think was meant to happen at the temple?
They're supposed to worship like...
Yep. So they're supposed to worship God. Meant to be praying and stuff. Why? But Jesus came along and found that there were all these people in the temple.
Grapes, grapes, get your grapes here.
Yep, they were selling
Apples,
things.
apples, get your apples here.
They weren't necessarily selling fruit, but they were selling animals and they were changing money.
Guinea pigs, get your guinea
Not
pigs
guinea
here.
pigs, more sheep and doves and things like that to
Doves,
sacrifice.
doves, get your sacrificial doves here.
Excellent. Well, the temple was meant to be a place where people could stop and listen to God. But imagine all the noise of the animals and the people selling things. How easy would it be to talk to God?
Very hard, because they'd be like,
Yeah,
and stop, 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 stop.
it would be very noisy, wouldn't it?
And then there may even be a catapult flying stuff into the moon.
Well, Jesus sees all these people and all this noise and he gets angry.
Guys, stop selling! Guys, stop selling!
Okay, but he doesn't just yell. He doesn't just go, "Rah!" He sits there and he takes his time and he makes a whip that he can use. He takes time to stop and work out what he's going to do. Often, when we get angry, we just yell, just like you did. And sometimes we end up doing something bad because we haven't thought about it. We just let our anger go out. But Jesus takes his time to work out what's the right thing to do here. And when he's ready, he turns over the tables and he releases the animals. He wants the people to stop what they are doing so others can hear from God.
Do you have a table here that I can turn on?
No, we don't have a table, but you can say goodbye now.
Boom, boom! What is their religion?
What is their reaction?
What's their reaction?
Their reaction? Well, they are all pretty grumpy. They ask Jesus to show them where he gets his authority to do it. And he says that it is says that it will be when they tear down the temple and rebuild it. Yes.
Oh,
You're pointing to where he gets his thing.
What he must be really grumpy if he is going to tear down the whole temple.
Well, what he really means is he's talking about himself. That he's now the place where God is most seen on earth. So the temple was that place where they really remembered God and God was with them. Gee, that's Jesus now. And so, it's no longer this building, but it's Jesus himself. And that he will die, but 3 days later, he will rise again.
And probably 3 days and 5 hours.
Probably less than that, but that's right. That's how we really know that Jesus is God come to earth.
Wow, did that make them change their mind?
Well, the people in the temple were still really mad with Jesus. Eventually, they would have him killed because of these things that he said and did. That's what Jesus came to show us, what it means to follow God, to help us to connect with God as being the temple, and to die for us and to rise again. Let's sing, Lord, I lift your name on high. Well, we hope you're having a great holiday. Are you having a good holiday?
No.
Even though you want to be back at school?
Yeah.
Are you guys excited that you're going to have some extra weeks off? Are you a bit sad, particularly those of you who are just starting school? Is it a bit horrible to have to wait another couple of weeks till you get to start?
Yeah, I'm only just starting in a new school.
Yeah. Maybe you can all do work at home. School work at home. Would that be fun?
School.
Well,
Of course it would be.
hope you have a great week. If we don't see you on Sunday, we'll see you next week. Bye, everyone. Say bye, Ollie.
Bye. It may be, and I post it a few hours later.